say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Now Golden State's starting five. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Booty is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Rockets, at the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong in rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now here's Brooks. Thompson for the triple. Draymond Green with the rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And he can't get the first one. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
No good on the second free throw. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Van Vliet outside. Just 5 to shoot. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Outside Butler. Green with a screen for Butler. To the middle. And Green slams it in.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler, and he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now here's Butler. Green with a screen on Thompson. Here's Butler. Şengün with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And here's Thompson, 6 to shoot. Butler with the block.
That shot never had a chance thanks to the quick hands of Jimmy Butler.
Green, no luck. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. On the wing, Brooks. Van Vliet looking around. Plays it up and banks it in. Van Vliet's got his second basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Houston in the lead. Pass to Şengün. Here's Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Warriors trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Green with a screen for Curry. 5 to shoot. Nailed from three-point land.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. So it's the Rockets now. Now Van Vliet. Thompson, high post. High, arcing shot. Some solid defense from Butler.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Outside Curry. From deep three-point territory, Brooks grabs the board. For Houston, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. But Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Curry, that's good.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Brooks outside. Back to Van Vliet. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Curry with another miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And it's Houston with another.
And I like Van Vliet's shot selection. Terrific at looking to score when he sees the opportunity.
Back to Curry. Puts the move on, and it's good on the layup. Curry's got 9.
Guys, that's just...
Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Houston with a big group substitution here. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Amen Thompson. Tari Eason's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Whitmore in for Fred Van Vliet. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moses Moody. Peyton, he's checked in for Brandon Podziemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. Whitmore with it, defended by Peyton. To the paint, and Adams with the slam.
And that play is tailor-made for Adams. Not many guys set a better screen and then the quick roll off it to get the finish.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first for the Rockets. Şengün comes in for Adams. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Jalen Green. And the Warriors also making a change. Curry's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Warriors trail by 3. Hield the pass to Curry. Back to Hield. Golden State moving it around. Outside for Curry. And he hits it to tie the game up. Curry's got 12 points in the game.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
To the inside. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now Smith after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Now here is Holiday. Inside.
always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Guys, it's been all about Fred VanVleet for Houston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Warriors trail by 5. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then there's Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Whitmore. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Stephen Curry.
What a fighter. Whitmore was determined to get that to go.
Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Now here's Hield. Down low. It's stolen by Smith. And Whitmore gets it to go on the assist by Smith. Whitmore's got the lead up to 10 now for Houston. Hield outside. That's tipped. It's stolen by Eason. Here's Whitmore. The rebound by Hield.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And that one, good.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Here's Whitmore. 5 points in the game, and they recover it. Bounce pass Smith. 4 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, and that one's good. Whitmore's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And those are the kinds of shots that give rookies like Whitmore so much confidence.
Kuminga kicks to Curry. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Curry against Holiday. Pass to Şengün. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And the first one at the line is good.
You can almost see the hunger and focus in the eyes of Alperen Şengün. I mean, this guy completely locked in on doing as much as he can for his team when he's out there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Warriors trail by 12. Hield with it. Now defended by Whitmore. And Kuminga throws it down.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
You know, I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic.
Well, I tell you what, don't tell him. I mean, I want to see it again.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Houston making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Podziemski's coming in for Hield. Rockets leading by 10. VanVleet outside. The Rockets with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Green finds Podziemski. Kuminga, screen on Thompson. And here is Curry. Curry! Oh, what else is new?
Off a pass, Steph Curry. That one is always going in, or almost always going in.
To the paint. Smith against Kuminga. Smith dishes to Thompson. Clock at 6. Here's Van Vliet. The Warriors pull it in. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry outside. Eason grabs the board.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Van Vliet passes to Thompson. That one good for 2. Thompson's got 9.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. He's checked in for Houston. Jalen Green comes in for Jabari Smith. Then for the Warriors, Butler, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody's subbed in for Gary Payton. Butler feeling out of it. Pass to Podziemski. Outside Curry. Off with the layup. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Rockets. Green finds Thompson. Out to Brooks. Now here's Van Vliet. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors trail by 9. The 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Warriors.
Tell you what, the passing game of Butler, impressive. Doesn't just look for his shot, wants to make his teammates better.
Thompson outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Moody. Butler against Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry kicks to Butler. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Thompson for 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson. A freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Stephen Curry. Thompson outside. Butler against Brooks. Thompson surveying the floor. Over Moody, and Houston again with the bucket.
You can see right now the defense running out of ideas. They cannot seem to slow him down.
This is a scoring clinic 101 style. I mean, he has really got it going right now.
And it's Butler missing. Rockets leading by 11. The crossover. Brooks misses. The Warriors have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Curry against Van Vliet. Curry kicks to Butler. Oh, tough play by Butler.
Easy to see why Butler gets so much respect for his competitiveness. I mean, he thrives at finishing through contact.
Brooks outside. Back to Van Vliet. Pass Pass to Şengün. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Şengün's got his second bucket of the night.
Defense on top of Şengün inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Smith, he's jacked in for Alperen Şengün. The Warriors also with a sub. On a heel, he's checked in for Curry. .137 left to play in the first half. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Green, no luck. Warriors trail by 11. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Hield. Now Butler. From downtown, Butler loves the three-point look.
I would not call Butler a laser, but he knows when he needs to keep the defense honest, and he'll take and make his share of those three-point shots.
Brooks against Hield. Shot clock at 6. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Well, we'll come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Hield. Van Vliet outside. Brooks outside. Lets it go from deep, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Houston Rockets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Get ready for the fan and court shot. Run wild. Here measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Warriors trail by 8. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Butler out there with Moses Moody at the center position. Now Moody after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. What a deep shot from Steph Curry.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Here's Şengün. Rebound by Butler. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Green. Fires the 3. No good. Shot missing. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And here is Curry after Dillon Brooks was able to get the triple. Back to Curry, beyond the arc. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and the shot is good. And now it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Back to Curry. From the stripe, it's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got his 6th rebound on the night. Thompson passes to Şengün. Green with the ball. No good from outside. Butler on the move. And there it is for him. Butler's got 7.
No stopping this guy. I mean, even when you knock Butler around a little bit, he's got the brute strength to power his way through.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Şengün against Green. Outside, Green. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Green with a screen on Green. To the inside. And it's Green with the jam.
Green showing you some real attitude on that throwdown.
Rockets leading by 6. Pass to Şengün. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded closely. Count that one from Van Vliet.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Inside, Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his third assist on the night. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Now Green, following the miss by Fred Van Vliet from deep. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the wing, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And now it's only a 5-point Rocket lead.
Boy, that's a winning basketball play right there. Hustle hard.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Now here's Butler. He has 7. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
The Rockets making a switch here. Eason's checked in. Stephen Curry hits them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Thompson. On the wing, Green. He's defended by Podziemski. Shots good by Green.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
Podziemski with Eason passes to Van Vliet. They kick it out to Green. The offensive rebound, a second chance effort. Here's Şengün. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Curry with the 3. And again, no good by Golden State. Houston leading by 8. Van Vliet passes to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Back to Curry. Pass to Butler. Payton with the screen for Butler. The shot missing. Good D by Thompson. Rockets have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Şengün with a wide open look. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead. Outside, Payton. Pass to Butler. Good D by Thompson. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Here's Şengün. It's good. Şengün's got 9 points.
Şengün, a force in the lane. That's where he does most of his damage.
It's Payton high post. Eason on him. Payton passes to Green. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And Thompson throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Jabari Smith comes in for Şengün. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Thompson. Golden State also making some changes. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Brandon Podziemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. Butler against Eason. Butler dishes to Payton. Golden State moving the ball around. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Payton's got his first basket of the night.
Hey, when you've got a laser like Hield that can score it, those assist opportunities just go way up.
And Van Vliet, here we go. Launches a three, and the call will be against Jabari Smith. That's his first foul. And the Rockets making a change here. Adams checked in.
For your Rockets, number 12, Steven Adams.
Warriors trail by 14. Left side, Butler. Eason grabs the board. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Whitmore finds Adams. 6 to shoot. Green bounce pass, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside, Payton knocks down the three ball. Payton's got 5 now.
Good decision-making by Hield, giving it up when somebody else was freer and in better position.
Green against Hield. Clock at 6. Adams with the screen on Hield. There's Green with the 3. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Houston on top, up by 11. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Curry's shot is off. Houston leading by 14. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trace Jackson Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Şengün with the screen for Holiday. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Stephen Curry.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2. Aaron Holiday.
Free throw, good, Holiday. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's Curry who brings it up for Golden State. It's a 16-point game. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. To the middle. And Smith gets double teamed. Şengün with a screen on heel. The shot by Holiday, no good. Warriors trail by 16. And Kuminga throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Now here's Hield. Outside, Kuminga. 5 on the clock. Payton outside. There's the 3. It's good from long range.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And Whitmore with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Whitmore's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Rockets. Pass to Hield. Curry setting the pick for Hield. Lets it go from 11. The Rockets pull it in. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Payton against Eason. Here's Whitmore. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw foul.
For your Rockets, Whitmore taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Whitmore. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Rockets. Then for the Warriors, Kevon Looney comes in for Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Gary Payton. And both free throws good for Whitmore. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. There's the screen. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Eason's got his 4th rebound in this one. VanVleet with it. Pass to Şengün. Here's Whitmore. The Rockets again can't hit.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Rockets leading by 16. VanVleet passes to Şengün. Now Whitmore. VanVleet outside. Hits it from three-point range. VanVleet's got 19 points.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. VanVleet doesn't just hoist them up. His three-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
Kuminga finds Curry, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Curry's got 33 points.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Şengün. Shot clock at 5. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Houston making some changes. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Green in for Whitmore. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. present our New Balance Player of the Game, Fred VanVleet.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing